Hello guys, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Today I just wanted to do a few flip throughs of some new coloring books that I received. I will link all three of these down in the description below in case one of them catches your eye and you would like to purchase it yourself. The first one is a geometric coloring book. It's Calming Patterns for Mindfulness, Volume 1. I'm having a problem talking. And for those of you who know me well, you know I love my patterns, geometric patterns. Here is the title page. Whoops. And it's created by Piece on Paper. Here is a color test page. You can tell it comes from the UK because it has a U in the word color. You can always tell that. Again, this is not going to be everybody's style of a book, but it definitely is mine. Love picking out colors and just sitting down in my chair at night with my glitter gel pens. Ooh, that'll be a fun one. They're all interconnected though, so these would almost have to be the same color. Coming up with different color palettes. They are single-sided. As you can see, on the back side is black, and it just has a really light grayish type of design on it. So you could use alcohol markers in this book too. It is Amazon paper though, so alcohol markers will feather out, will bleed. So you would have to be careful with that. That's why I imagine I will be using my glitter gel pens. Oh, that could be a fun one too. Maybe a rainbow pattern on that one. Again, I know many of you think something like this would just be monotonous and boring as hell, but I like them. And I know some of you out there, maybe just a few, like your pattern books like I do. Very calming, very relaxing to me, which some days after babysitting Maddie all day, I need at night. Yes. Or if Jaden is being in a particularly bad mood, that is not always fun either. Some of them are quite easy. Actually, the vast majority in this book are really simple, easy patterns. Some of them have the really thick black lines, which makes especially coloring with alcohol markers much easier. And then you have the thinner black lines, great for gel pens. So yes, I like this one. Wow, very thick black lines. Holy cow. And that is it. Okay, so that was the geometric coloring book by Calming Patterns for Mindfulness. Then I have Mindful Mandalas. I just must be in a mindful mood. It's Mandala Magic Volume 2, 40 Calming Mandalas to color. So it is a rather thick book. This, like the previous book, is by Piece on Paper, P-E-A-C-E. Oh, and I'm not all in frame. And like the previous book, it is one-sided. The back side is black with a white design on it. If you do color in with gel pens, I suppose you could actually color that too. And I like these mandalas. They're not super intricate. They're just in between. They're not super simple. Again, perfect for glitter gel pens. So yeah, I was happy with this book too. Sometimes when you purchase these books and you don't really see a lot of the pages and you haven't seen anybody else do flip throughs of them, you're just not sure exactly what you're going to be getting. They could be quite pixelated or blurry, or some are even off center. So yeah, you kind of take a chance sometimes, but really happy with these two books. So I do like the Piece on Paper company with these two books. So anybody that likes mandalas, I think, would enjoy this book. Kind of reminds me of like a Sun Life Drawing mandala book, where they're a little on the simpler side, but not too simple, you know what I mean? Just kind of in between. Oh, I like that. Might be my first mandala out of this book. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to quick mark that one. As long as I'm flipping through, we're gonna mark that one. I like that one too. I like them all. Oh, that could be neat. Yeah, I really like this book. I haven't done a complete flip through of it on my own, so I just, you know, when I get a book, I just kind of quick do a scan, if you will. So I am seeing the majority of these for the first time myself, which is kind of nice. When you do a flip through, you see the individual's first impressions of the book too. This one's a little bit more detailed. Kind of different having these outside the mandala itself. That's different too. Reminds me of pea pods. You can see there's quite a few mandalas in this book. Not pixelated at all. And to me, the lines are perfect. They're not super thin where it's hard to stay in the lines, but they're not super black and thick either. These, to me, are just perfect. My books always seem to slide over on me as I'm flipping through them. Yeah, I am really happy with these two books. And I believe, yep, that's the last one. Here is an empty page you could test your mediums on. And so that was Mindful Mandalas, Mandala Magic Volume 2. I looked out there to see if I could find Volume 1, and I think I did anyhow. I was going to see if there was a Volume 1, seeing as how I liked this one so much. So maybe I'll go back and check that one out. This is by Coloring Book Cafe, and I think this is one of their newest books that are out. This is Grayscale Flowers coloring book. So look at the picture on the front. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, so pretty. Name page. And this book belongs to page. Excuse me. And then just some gorgeous grayscale flowers. Look at that. I mean, the tulip could be colored just about any color, right? And there's a gazillion different colors of tulips, roses too. Is that the one that's on the cover? Nope, a little bit different. Let me take a sip. I'm getting a tickle in my throat again. I hate it when that happens. It's always when I'm recording. It must be because I'm talking. Oh, look at the orchids. Some people probably getting those on Mother's Day today. I am recording this on Sunday, so happy Mother's Day to all of you. Is that the, what is that called? Bird of paradise plant? I know there's a bird of paradise bird, but isn't that what that flower is too? A little pretty sunflower. Guess this could go either way. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Colored a flower similar to that in another Grayscale flower book I have. Can't remember which book it was, but it was one huge flower like this. But again, Grayscale, you know, I know is so intimidating at first, but you know, all the shading is done for you. You can just go in here with straight marker if you want. And then, you know, if you want to do additional shading, oh, look at that. With, you know, colored pencil, you can. And these are one-sided, so you can use alcohol marker on them. Ooh, lilies. You know, those too. There's so many different colored lilies. And you don't have to color them realistically. So, whatever you want. Pretty, pretty. Water lily. Oh, wow. That's pretty. I could see maybe shading this one with colored pencil over marker. There we go with a field of flowers, of tulips. Lighter ones, darker ones. The only problem I have with some of these Grayscale pictures is the background is always blurry, you know, to indicate it's the background. And how do you color that part? You know, the part of the picture that's in the foreground and is more crisp. You know, I kind of, you know, understand how you color it, but the part of the background that's all blurry, how do you color that? Do any of you know? That's the part that I kind of get stuck with. Now this, I imagine you could color sky, huh? There's a gorgeous rose. Well, maybe it is supposed to be sideways. Sorry, am I getting dizzy? Like this, I mean, it's a little blurry, but, you know, I know you could color these green. Let's say like this, where this is so blurry and stuff, what should that be colored? Maybe do it with a pastel even, I don't know. You know, maybe I could get out my pan pastels. I think that's the last one. Yes, and then here is a blank sheet. Again, test out your coloring mediums. Some samples of the coloring pages inside. It says, The Fruitful Mind, Expand Within. So again, this is a Grayscale flower coloring book by Coloring Book Cafe. And again, I will link these 3 books down below in case you would like to purchase them. I hope you liked watching these flip throughs, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. Hope everybody's having a terrific weekend, and again, happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. And as always, happy coloring. Bye.